Customers left high and dry by remodeling contractors who get paid up front, but they don't show up to finish the job.
5 on your side, investigator Jonathan Walsh tracked down yet another contractor and this time had a very candid conversation.
I just don't want anyone else to get caught up in what I did.
It was just one thing after another.
I guess it's a tough lesson learned.
3 women, 1 problem. A contractor named Mike.
When will these things be done?
We'll get to him in just a moment. But first,
I feel like he took advantage of a senior citizen.
last spring, 77-year-old Karen Bates and her husband Herschel from Wadsworth hired Mike Smith from Mike's Extreme Painting Company to stain their deck.
He never completed half of what we asked him to do.
To create a man cave in the basement. It's nowhere near done.
It's a nightmare because every time I go to the basement, I see that room.
And put a toilet and sink in the basement. Now, he did some of the work, but they say Mike didn't offer a contract to sign, and he demanded payment in full first.
$9,000. That's breaking my heart.
He wanted everything up front.
Absolutely, yes.
Around that same time, Lisa Freeman hired Mike to do some bathroom work after a leak was found. She says Mike didn't finish the work, even though she shelled out nearly $3,000. She then paid about $20,000 to hire another company to fix it.
I would have ended up with a tub in my basement because the floor was bad that he put the tub over.
They started with the ceiling because it was so big.
Vicki Gilliam's hired Mike and his wife to do a bunch of projects like painting, laying a floor in her Akron salon, and more. But she says when she paid off the balance in cash before the work was completed, Mike disappeared.
When you take someone's money, even if it's $20 and it's what they got, it's all they got, shame on you.
All 3 women say they tried to resolve their situations, but
He was a man of a million excuses.
Oh, I'll be there tomorrow. And then something would come up.
Had to take my mother-in-law to the hospital.
Something with his truck.
My wife can't bring me. She's mad at me.
In the spring, you're the first on the list.
One day it was that he cut his finger.
I'm going to get you going as soon as the weather breaks.
Wait, enough. In fact, they had heard enough. We had heard enough. The women tell us it had been 18 months since they heard from Mike about the work or the money. So we contacted Mike. And while he avoided the women, he did sit down with us for an interview. There are many, many excuses that come up.
Always. It's because of my work. I get tied up doing something else and I can't get to them, and I tell them something I shouldn't tell them. I should just go. It's personally my fault, 100%.
about Lisa's bathroom?
Another contractor comes in there, they're always going to say you did something wrong.
To his credit, Mike didn't run from our questions.
How do you feel right now?
I feel kind of down and dirty, wrong.
In addition to the unfinished work, Karen also revealed to us this about Mike.
He borrowed $700 from us to pay his rent so he wouldn't get evicted.
When are you going to pay back the $700?
As soon as I start Kieran's in February.
Vicki tells us her lawyer is drawing up a contract for Mike to sign, saying he will finish the projects at her salon.
I promised Vicki, and I meant it. This time I'm going to get it done.
In the end, there seems to be a lot of money owed and a ton of work left.
And now what are you going to do?
Now I'm handling it, taking care of it.
We have you on record.
Got me on record.
I'm 5 on your side investigator Jonathan Walsh.